Hello, this is Neil, and welcome back. So we're going to continue with the series on drawing the face from different angles. You can also visit the website ipaintgirls.com for more free tutorials, and also to check out my comic book. End of All. It's really cool with magical elves, and it's a really cool story, mystery and adventure, a little bit of romance. Right. So what we left off here is this front shape here, this diamond wedge and this wedge here, and with a shade like this. When you can then turn this in different angles, you'll be able to shade much easier. This is a good base for the shape of the face and how to shade it this is when the light's coming down straight from above. It's easier first to learn how to shade with light coming down straight from above, because that's pretty natural and common from inside of office buildings or outside because the sun's above. Then we'll kind of turn the light from above but to an angle a little bit and see what happens. But first, let's take this shape here and apply it to this three-dimensional form. So you have this diamond triangle part that comes up here, like so. Then you have this cheekbone, this triangle here, remember, and it comes down to that center point there, and it comes up here, like so. So we know that if we were to shade this according to that, all this would be in shade, like so. And then, up here, let's go ahead and take some of that shade away because of the diamond shape. So this is just a starting point. This just helps to start, shading. As you can see though, if you just shade the head according to that shape, you can see in that wedge, and then we remember when we put the nose in here, we take off, some of the shading of the wedge for the eyes. Like so. Then we can add a little bit of shading for the triangle of the nose, for the under part of the nose, under part of the lips, which is already there. So that's a good base for, start. As you can see, it really does make sense as you can start, even when you turn the head, it gives you a base shape for, what you want to color and everything. Then you just remember that, okay, well, obviously a little bit more light is going to fall on here. This is something you just memorize, that when the light's coming down from above and you're shading from, this way here, also all this right here is going to fall in shadow as well, or a lot of this will fall in shadow because of the nose and the lips and everything. So you just want to remember that. I actually put probably a little too much space between her nose. Her nose needs a bit longer, or her lips need to kind of come up more. She's starting to kind of look like Michael Jackson there. It's weird. Like, I don't know why, it's just like Michael Jackson lips. It just came to my mind for some reason. Right, so now we got that up a little bit more. And then you just want to memorize a little more complicated things, like that you're going to have a little bit of light hitting on this part of the chin here, and it's going to come down like that. But still, you will have the shade here. You just have that little bit of the chin showing though, and all that's kind of being light. And I'm kind of making all this a little too dark, so what I'm going to do is just kind of lighten up a lot of this shade here. And I kind of made her ugly because I added too many lines and stuff, but whatever. Just want to kind of give an idea of what, kind of shade a little bit of the nose from underneath, and then you'd have, you then need to start thinking about the 3D shapes on the face after you have that base set down. That you're going to have a little bit of light hitting the top of the nose there. But the bottom of the nose will still be lit up, and that some of the nose, shadow will actually come down into the face, so you can add that in there. Give her thicker, fuller upper lip. That you're going to have, some shade right underneath the lip there. Just a little bit. All this right here. Pretty much what I do is I put all the left side in shadow when I turn the face from a side like that, and then I add a little bit of light right here, like that. That's what I usually do. It's an easier way, I think, to get what you need down quicker. And then over here, you pretty much follow what you have here. This pretty much stays the same. and all this kind of will fall in shadow as you see there. You might have a little bit darker shadow in this area. I'm not like I'm not like trying to shade all perfectly or anything. Just trying to give a base idea of what I'm talking about. Kind of blur all that out. That was a little too much, but whatever. Get the idea. There we go. Kind of blur some of that out. So when you follow this shape here, this diamond thing, and apply it to the face from anywhere, from any angle, you start to get all the lighting. Then you add the nose and erase some of the center bridge and stuff. So what we do then from the front view to do that is we would erase this front view, this front bridge here for the nose, and then you'd have the wedge, wedge there for where the eyes are going to be. Then a little bit of light will bounce off and hit up here, and so that part of the eye that sticks out a bit more, where women put makeup on. The nose will come down like that. You'll have the lips pretty much will stay how they are, but this part right here, this diamond, will round out a little bit more, so you know that you're going to have more cheek over here, like so. But having that diamond shaped base though really does help to start getting a idea of how to shape, how to shade the head from the top down view. So it kind of becomes something more like that. And then as we continue, to, let's say, modify this and start drawing an actual face, you would kind of, start adding the different shapes that you would have for, the nose and whatnot. And all this is in kind of be in shade here. Some of the nose here would be in shade, like that, so you can kind of start to see it. A little bit of this does dip down a little bit, so it'd be a little bit in shade, and this kind of comes up to that triangle area. Kind of get rid of a lot of the triangle area here, because now you're going to kind of have this more rounded shape here, like so, for the head, and it kind of comes like this. And then these shapes here kind of become more like this for the eyes. And then you have the eyebrow pretty much falls right on that shadow area, like so. You have the eyes will actually fit into here, like that. So they all start kind of falling into shadow around the eye, and I just kind of add in some loose shapes for the eye there. A little bit of light comes right in there, like so, and then you have a little bit of shadow underneath the nose as well. A little bit underneath the whole bottom lip there. Kind of get rid of that triangle. Trying to do this as fast as possible. And then you'd have the jaw come out. This is more of a dude. Give him a nice big chin. So pretty much like that. So you can kind of see though how that base triangle shape really does help get the shape you want in there. Then you're going to have a lot of the chin that will be lit up as well, like so. And voila, there you go. You can see how just modifying that just a little bit, and you get that shading. And let's see if I wonder if I have enough time to kind of turn the lighting a little bit. Let's see how much time I have left. I might be able to turn the lighting a little bit. So basically what you do then, if you want to alter this just a little bit to where you add turn the light from that direction over there, is all this is going to be in shade. So we'll first draw all that in shade like that. Pretty much it's still a top-down view. All this pretty much stays the same. Only thing that changes is all that kind of becomes in shade. I'm going to make it lighter, so something like that. And then what you do is you just a lot of that got erased, but you get you'd be able to see a lot more of that. You'd be able to see a little bit of light on that part there, But what's important here is all this right here, where his cheek is all going to be lit up. Not quite. There's not going to be this quite this much difference between the tones. So I'm going to kind of lighten all that up a little bit. And yeah, I'm running out of time, but anyway, I just wanted to kind of show. So you get something like that, and now you'd have to color it more so it looks cooler. But that's the basic idea there, is that it just kind of stays the same, but you add a little more shadow into this, and then maybe this will kind of roll away just a little bit more. But you get something more like that. So that's pretty much all you do. But so that top-down view is your base for lighting. That top-down shape like that, those are light, and then you have the shape of the face down here is all dark. And so as long as you memorize that, it'll be easier when you're drawing the angle from any angle to add the shadowing as you need it properly. Thank you for watching.